Okay, now let's talk about stereo condenser microphones. And as I said before, with a stereo condenser microphone, you can get the best quality audio for your vocals, and you will sound like the best version of yourself, because it's stereo and it captures a wide range of frequencies from your own voice. Most other microphones, the cheaper PC microphones for example, would not capture the entire range. As a result, you do still sound like yourself, but you sound like a very distant person. You sound like you're very far away sometimes, or you sound like you're having a cold. Yeah. But with stereo condenser microphones, you can really sound good. You can sound sexy, you can sound macho, you can sound epic. Now, there are literally thousands of stereo condenser microphones that you can go for. The one that I have is the one that I can explain about. So the one that I have is called the Blue Yeti stereo condenser microphone. So if you look at it in this picture, it has the big icon there, Blue Yeti. So the name itself should give something away about the size of this microphone. It's huge, and that's why they call it the Yeti, which I didn't get at first, but when you look at the actual size of the microphone, you can see that it is huge. It is really huge, but it's very solid. It's a very solid thing with a very solid bass as well. Now, this stereo microphone, the unique thing about the Blue Yeti is, oh, by the way, you may have seen others talk about the Blue Yeti microphone, but theirs is not black. Mine is a special edition of the Blue Yeti, which is the blackout version, which is still available on Amazon. Actually, you can check the slide for links to Amazon. So anyway, it comes with a USB output over here, which is important because if you don't get a USB output and you get the normal studio recording kind of output, I'm not sure what you call it, the cable, the round cables, right? You need more equipment for that, and you need some kind of intermediary device to convert that into a USB so that you can edit on your computer. So just go right away to a condenser microphone that connects to USB. The audio quality is excellent with the Blue Yeti microphone, but this, as you can see, is not a very portable microphone. You have some options here to tighten or loosen the microphone so that you can tilt it to whatever direction you want. But typically with a microphone like this is how you speak into the microphone. This is the front part of the microphone, and this is the back part of the microphone, which I will explain in a while. So you would need to get close to the microphone like this, and you would need to speak to it on the side or on the front part of it. It depends on what settings that you choose here. Certain parts of the microphone will be turned on or off, or it will use different components of the microphone. It has 4 different modes and a gain knob as well. So you need to get up close to the microphone like this and start talking to capture your audio. That's great for doing podcasts, and it's also great for doing excellent screencast videos. I've done lots of screencasts with the Blue Yeti microphone. It sounds awesome, and most of those screencasts are available on YouTube, or I have an online course at Udemy. The reason I'm not using it for this video course, of course, is that I don't want to block my face every time I have to look in the camera. So stereo condenser microphones are great, but not so portable. As you can see here, it's actually kind of heavy, and I feel kind of tired holding it right now. But it's very good for studio environment, okay? And you have a USB cable here that you can unplug, and you also have a earphone or headphone input over here. So the reason to have a earphone or headphone input is that you can directly hear the sound that is being captured from the Blue Yeti microphone, and that helps a lot to get your audio settings right. And you have a volume knob in front here for the audio level of the headphones, and you have a mute button here. So if you look at the picture, you can see that the mute button is turned on by default whenever you connect the Blue Yeti microphone to your computer, and it will start blinking red color LED lights inside. And once you unmute it, then you can start recording right away. Now let's look at some of the options for the Blue Yeti microphone. Okay, so I've actually labeled it like this to make it easier to explain. So you have the gain knob over there on top. Right on top you have the gain knob, and underneath that you have the pattern knob. So the gain is, well, it just controls the amount of audio that you want to capture, or the level of audio that you want to capture through your Blue Yeti microphone. Now, in a studio setting like what I'm in right now, I'm in my studio right now, I find that you can put the gain very, very low. Okay, that has a lot to do with setting up your audio properly in your studio, so it's really quiet and you can put a very low gain and get very good results. But if I sit outside the studio, I will probably need to increase the gain a little bit. Okay, so now let's take a look at the 4 patterns, audio patterns that the Blue Yeti microphone can record in. The first is the stereo mode, and so the stereo mode is multi-purpose. It's good for lots of different types of recording. If you're not sure what mode that you need to record in, then you can just put a stereo mode and most probably you'll get what you want. The next is the omnidirectional. The complete circle there is the omnidirectional microphone. So when you switch the pattern to omnidirectional, the Blue Yeti will actually capture audio from a 360-degree angle or all around the microphones, all around the microphone. So omnidirectional pattern is useful when, let's say, you want to record a conference. And we've used this before because we have some of our staff who work remotely, and we have meetings in our office and we connect to them via Skype. So once we start using the Blue Yeti microphone and switch it to omnidirectional, they can actually hear much more of what each person is saying with the gain at mid-level. Okay, so omnidirectional is good for conferences or to record any situation where you want to be able to record any direction. The third is cardioid, and this gives you the best quality audio. It's meant for podcasting, it's meant for recording voiceovers, and with cardioid, basically the Blue Yeti will only be recording audio right from here, in a very small section here. So if I switch it to cardioid mode and I speak here behind the microphone, I will get a very weak signal. So switch to cardioid and I have to speak really close up like this. Okay, and if you're doing screencasts, I recommend using the cardioid mode. It will give you the richest quality audio. The next is the last option here. The pattern is bidirectional. So bidirectional is similar to cardioid or stereo, but it strictly captures audio only from the front and the back. And this is useful. Well, I can think of one purpose where it will be useful is for doing interviews. So if you're sitting here and the person you're interviewing is sitting in front of you, and then you can place the Blue Yeti microphone right in the middle, and it will capture both your audio and the person that you are interviewing. If there are people on the left or on the right, technically speaking, the Blue Yeti microphone should not be capturing that audio, but you know, nobody is perfectly to the left or to the right, so you would capture some audio on your left or on your right if the audio source is very noisy, you know, machine or whatever. But the majority of audio captured by Blue Yeti in a bidirectional mode will be front and back. So there you go. There are 4 patterns in the Blue Yeti microphone that you can use, and I will try my best to give you an example or give you a sample of the difference between using the different type of microphones to record your audio in a studio setting, and you can see that the best results will be with the Blue Yeti stereo condenser microphone. If you have a little bit more money in your budget to set up your home recording studio or home podcasting studio, I highly recommend that you get the Blue Yeti microphone.